Targum Ruth, Ruth 113, the third part. In this video, we will talk about this word from a text-critical perspective in Targum Ruth. To this point, we've seen one critical edition. Now we have an opportunity to look at another. It is one of the articles, if you will, in this volume, Targum and Scripture, and it's by Beatty, and we zero in here and look at that word in verse 13, and we notice it's different from the text we've analyzed. So let's look now at the text critical note at the bottom of that page, and let's lay out some of the evidence here. In purple at the top, we have the original Hebrew, which is a verb form of ayin, gimel, nun, be hindered from marrying. And then in the Beatty edition, we have aginin, which is an adjective apparently meaning having lost one's husband. There is another possibility, which is attested in many manuscripts, of being tied down. And then finally in red, we have the text that we analyzed, which comes from the critical edition by Levine, an adjective of grieving, which is represented in a few manuscripts. So let's take a look actually and see this in manuscripts. So the base text of Beatty's work is Valmadana 1, which is in the Museum of the Bible. And we're going to see right here, aginin, that noon, hirik yod, noon, at the end. And we go back, and Levinus's base text is the Vatican manuscript of Targum Ruth. And we see here, not such a high-resolution image, but it's clearly agimin in Levine's manuscript. So that's why we have differences in various English translations that come from this particular word. So if you are doing detailed study of Targum Ruth, it pays to know that there are two of these critical editions available, and both should be consulted. The Beatty edition tends to offer more detail as to textual variants. So now let's continue reading at what would have been the Atnach in Ruth 113.